Alright, hey folks, welcome back. Yeah, right, so if you like this, don't forget to smash the like button ahead and let's get going. Just joke. I just imitated it. Anyway, I know this camera's not kind of, so it's because it's a cell phone, it's on a parking cone, it's on a chair, and I'm showing this. I freaking hate this mower. And I love this mower. I guess it's what they call a love-hate relationship. This is the mower that actually made me not ever buy another Toro ever again. Now they finally come out with a version of this that has fixed most of all the problems, except one. It still don't have reverse, so I'm getting a Ferris. I'll be showing that later when I get it. But I'm really missing the accessibility and the usability of this type of mower versus using a walk behind on residential properties. I built my business using this mower. This is what sold me my jobs, what got me my jobs, because I was able to cut the grass faster, not a whole lot faster, but a little bit more nicer. It has a wider swath, so when you're walking back and forth, you get a little bit more of a professional look. Don't get me wrong, I still use a 21-inch mower because I got so sick and tired of spending over $1,000 for one of these things. I spent a little bit over $1,000 at the Home Depot. And then I got a second one for like $400, a used one. That's sitting over there. That's my backup mower because the one that I bought originally was all broken and messed up. And I said, you know what? I'm tired of fixing it. I don't have time for this. Toro's not standing behind their product. Whatever. I bought a used one. And then, of course, it was my birthday and I had a little bit of some money in my hand. And I said, well, I'm going to go buy a new one. Just see how. I had to find the footage of when I first got this. It was 2 years ago. Toro does not stand behind this mower, not one iota. Not one iota. I'm not sure what an iota is, but they don't stand behind it. Okay? Problem is, they got a monopoly on this mower. It's the only one out there like it. Now, there's other ones out there. I'm going to make this quick because this is ranting. Cub Cadet makes one, which is the exact same thing as the Craftsman. It's got a slanted body. It looks kind of funky and clunky. Doesn't look as heavy built, but it actually cuts better than this because it is the design. This is my stuttering. The design of the deck. This has got a terrible deck design. It's not airflow friendly. Okay, it's too narrow and it goes back and forth. Then they had to actually add a divider in the front of it that actually changes the two and it works better. My first one didn't have it, and I had to buy that piece to put it in. This is identical to all of the Toro versions of this and the X-Mart versions. Differences are you're going to get upgraded wheels versus this bullshit. You're not going to have that on the nicer ones. And now this, you get used to it, okay? But once you step away from this, you miss it. You don't miss it. This is annoying, okay? The personal pace sucks. I don't like it. When it's brand new, it works nice. Give it about 2 months maybe. Starts to act a little funny, and then you're going to start throwing belts. This mower is in no way, shape, form for you if you are a lawn care professional. I made the mistake, and I'm trying to stop everybody else from buying this timemaster Toro. Do not buy it. If you're going to buy this one, spend the extra money and get the upgraded X-Mart version or the new Toro Professional Series 1. You're going to pay for it though, but they fixed all the problems. I wish I had that luxury of not wasting $2,000 on this. But I fixed it a lot. I know this mower really well. Okay, these parts are all going to be about $20. Your dealer is going to screw you over and sell it to you for $30. Okay, and they're probably going to, if they want to be an a-hole, they're going to add an extra $5 per shipping on each one. You can go to Amazon and get the part yourself, or go on other places. Okay, so my ego is hurt so bad about even buying anything from Toro right now. And just to let you know, I did not buy any more zero turns because of this mower. I went and bought a Husqvarna. I was going to buy anything. I just didn't want Toro. And you know what? I really love that Titan HD. I love it. It looks nice. It just seems like everything I need in a mower for what I do, but I won't buy it. Why? Because I know it's going to break. They're so freaking overrated. For the money you spend, this mower should be aluminum. Okay, now that I got done acting like a little child, I still like this mower. Okay, I got an issue. I still like it. I have a love-hate relationship. So I have two. I got another one sitting right there. I'll show you a picture of it. I actually have three total. One's in the scrapyard out back. I used to use it for parts. But the front pieces here, they're regular cheapy lawnmower, small lawnmower adjustments. They could at least put in. Craftsman even has better ones. And so now they went ahead and you'll see the commercial for it. And the guy, you know, that's that professional where the guy takes something and he pushes it forward. He takes his nice gloves and he goes forward. And you see him just walking in slow motion. That ain't real life shit, man. Let me tell you. Those factory manufacturer commercials are bullshit. They like to just make the thing look nice. Look at any YouTube of somebody using them. Here's the problem with Toro. Toro has such a stigma that it's the best stuff out there. Nobody ever talks bad about it. But this guy. I still like them. Don't get me wrong. I still like them. Something's wrong with me. Because it's just a freaking mower, okay? Mowers are not well-built products, okay? I don't care what you get. A lot of people go brain crazy with this stuff, but it's a lawnmower when you come down to it. It's not an automobile, okay? So, and it's so hard to get over that. Let me tell you, because I love Husqvarna now, and I find something wrong with it. Oh, it sucks. Oh, but I love it. Oh, it sucks. Oh, but I love it. Same thing with Toro. I can walk you through this garage, and I probably got over 10 grand. And this is buying stuff used. I probably got over 10 grand versus a Toro manufactured product, so one way or shape. Okay? But it all breaks. I can tear down anything. Look at your X-Marts. I mean, they use real thin metal like bicycle handles on their walk-behinds. Ferris doesn't do that. Nobody else does that except for Toro and somebody else I forgot does that. An X-Mart. Actually, the Toro one's better than the X-Mart. It's got solid handles, so I might add that out because I'm talking too much. All right, these wheels don't last long. I love it. My customers love the cut. I love the way it cuts. And here, let me tell you something. This mower, you think about you're going to spend $1,000 at Home Depot, or the reason why I'm saying it because this is where you're going to buy this mower. You're not going to buy this mower at a Toro dealership. Okay, you're going to probably end up buying the nicer one. You know they carry this one. So, and you also Tractor Supply, you're going to buy this mower. This mower is for the wealthy homeowner. Okay? This is a replace of buying one of those sit-down tractors that you would buy, the 30-inch sit-down tractors. This is replacing that. It's an awesome mower for that. Not only that, but you look like the king of the hill when your neighbors are out there watching you using this mower. They're like, what the hell has he got? You know what I mean? So, this is a cool looking mower, okay? And that is just far down. This is probably the nicest looking mower out there, but looks can be deceiving. It's a maintenance mower, and that's what I need it for, because now that I got my yards under control, this is maintenance. It does not handle thick, high grass at all. Well, this little plastic shit thing is junk. This mower gets clogged up so freaking fast, and then it stops cutting well. And that's what I hate about it. I love the way it cuts when it's nice and clean like a golf course, and that's what Toros are known for. Toros are known for cutting golf courses. They're maintenance mowers. They probably got by far the best cut, but only if your yard is nice. So, needless to say, I got to fix this part here. Now, I had to take this and take it out, and I had to cut it in the middle because it was jammed and broken. The old wire was shot. That's it right here. It just frays off from going back and forth. They should not be using wires. Why are they using wires in a heavy ass machine? Okay, they know this breaks. This breaks a lot. Okay, it breaks so much they know it. They've actually fixed one part here. They made it metal where it goes back and forth like this, where it used to be plastic. So they're fixing stuff little by little. But guess what? You, the consumer, is paying for it. You're the test subject. That's where I'm pissed off. Is where they love to make the consumer the test subject. Even this little plastic, this metal guard here to keep the governor from getting hit. That one doesn't have it, and a lot of them didn't. You know why? Because they didn't want to put it out there to make more profit. And all the fittings are there already for it. Or they just said, hey, guess what? We're having too many people come back and complaining about it, or they're breaking. So now they finally got this whole front end is just junk. Junk, junk, junk. Okay? I love this mower. I really want the new one. I really do. I saw the commercial where I was like, oh, they fixed everything. But I'm not. I'm done. I'm sorry. I'm going with Ferris next. So, if you have one and you need to fix this in a pinch, okay? Hopefully you don't have to do this. You don't have to break it in the middle and find where it's not going through, because you got to put this in there and jam it and it gets stuck. You got to get stuck. So what you do is, where it gets stuck, you take your finger and hold it. Pull it all the way out, and then you put it back in where your finger is, almost like a tape measure, and you can measure and say that's where it's stuck. The only way to fix that is you got to cut it. Okay, the reason I'm kneeling down so you can see my head. You have to cut this. Okay, now I had to cut it, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to put, I've never done it like this before. I know I've done it once, but you got to tape the shit out of this, and if you got the metal thing, you can, the metal pinch, you can tie it together, because if this moves, it doesn't work. This has to be able to slide freely through it. This grabs the transmission. This slips right in there. This is a biatch to get out, let me tell you. Okay, I had a video, but it was so freaking long, so I'm going to go ahead and put the top one in first, so you can see this. There you go. That's my problem. This damn thing. Look at this. Boom, broken. I'm going to take the one off of the other one and stick it on here until the warranty department decides to ever call me back, because I bought your crappy ass warranty from the Home Depot, which sucks. Okay, and if I didn't buy the warranty, I knew it was going to break, and it's not. Toro doesn't cover it. 1 year, that's it. And they're freaking like they're counting it, you know. So I'll put this in there. This top piece goes in, but I'm not going to engage it. You have to stick it through this first, okay? So if you unscrew where the shutoff is, has to come completely out and drop it on the floor and lose it. Okay, that comes completely out. This just rides on top of there. This is your brake. This is your this is actually hooked to your. This is a blade brake. Okay, that has nothing to do with this. One has nothing to do with the other. Okay, so now that this is out, now I kind of crimped it twice. It's going to be a little different than if you didn't do what I did. I had to do 2 crimps because I needed a little bit of extra room. Okay. Has to go through in there, okay, but it's not going to go in there just right. So take it back here, slide it through just like that. Get the wire through first, pop it all the way down to the bottom. Okay. Now you got to feed this through in there. There you go. Believe me, you're not going to just slide in. This is a pretty tight piece of plastic, and again, plastic. Okay, if I can remember how to do this. Oh, that goes back on there like that. It's pretty self-explanatory. And of course, I did it upside down. Welcome to my world. Flip it over. Yep. Run the wire through first, slide through, okay? And then you pull the round part in there, okay? This little curve goes around to here, pretty self-explanatory. If you want to go ahead and feed this in first, it's a little easier than having to try to lock it in. Okay, done. All right, then take your star grip handle, just put it on the other side. Leave it loose for right, and then drop your stuff again. So when you're at home doing this, drop your stuff a couple times, and it'll make you feel like you're doing something. There you go, spin it on. That tightens. Now, this is a little short, okay? So it's going to come all the way down to the bottom here. This is your adjustment to get your traction. It might not work. I might have to make it a little shorter. It's just right there, so, or I can just slide it through down a little bit more. Okay. Okay, it lifts up. Okay, it is right there on the edge of this thing, so I might have to, if it doesn't work, I'm just going to put it in. If it doesn't work, I have to actually cut this and bring it up a little farther, and I'll show you that later, but it's right on the freaking edge. Man, that's just right there. If I didn't mess up the first time, I wouldn't have had to do 2 crimps, but you can see I had to do a crimp here to put this on. The reason why, because I didn't buy this long enough. I should have bought it longer. I only bought 3 feet, and I should have bought at least 5 feet, but it was only 26 cents, okay? So now that's through. I'm going to feed this through the hole. Normally it goes on the right side hole, but I'm going to put it on the left-hand side hole because I don't have a hole out of this. And, okay. The other one goes on the other side, along with the wires, and this dumb plastic little thing that always breaks, that you put them all through like that, see? It goes through like that, and then this goes right there, which comes off. I mean, why? $1,000 freaking lawnmower, and damn freaking plastic shit. Man. I will never buy another Toro product unless Toro pays me back for this mower. I'm just going to tell you that. Never. I mean, I am hurt by it, actually, because I was a Toro fan. I was a fanatic. I loved their stuff. You know what? And they don't care. They don't care. Because no one ever talks bad about it. And I'm not trying to talk bad about it. I'm just trying to talk justice about it. You know what I mean? When you spend $1,000, $1,000 for a mower, it should be a Cadillac. Take it back. It should be a Lexus. Or a BMW or something, you know? I shouldn't be buying a freaking Kia. You know, and so that goes on there. Like, I'm going to have to find a way now to tighten this together. So right now it's just a preliminary hooking this up. This is what grabs the transmission. Now that it's interesting. You know, there's duct tape everywhere to hold this on. I mean, come on. You know, the problem is it goes up and down and this all gets kinked up, and that's what happens. And there's just too much power here to using this little tiny string. Okay, I'm going to feed it in this one. Like I said, I don't have a whole lot. This is just temporary because I'm going to have to actually buy this because the freaking warranty department is not getting back to me. So I got to cut the grass tomorrow. I broke my Husqvarna. The self-propelled belt on it snapped in the middle. I mean, like I said, I beat the crap out of that thing. I used it for 2 years straight, and it lasted well. I mean, and it's still good. There's nothing wrong with it. The only thing is the serpentine belt that's in the middle that goes, it's all-wheel drive. It got a little fray on there, and then it just snapped. So, belt snapped, but the mower's still good. You know, this, another story. It's not just belts. It's cables, it's pulleys, it's brackets, it's pieces, it's junk. You know, it's hard, especially when you're starting off. And a lot of guys do this. They start off and they go out and buy stuff. You know, because this is an answer to a lot of situations. You can cut a lot of grasses and make a lot of money because you're not spending, you know, $3,500, $4,000 for a standard beginner level, entry level walk behind. And then from there you're 5, 6, 7, 8 grand. When you can get this for $1,000, you can be like, wow, this is what I'm going to get. And they sell the good one, but you're going to spend a little bit over 2 grand for it. So, you know, and these, I've had to replace this transmission, and they even brag about the new heavy-duty transmission. Like, okay. But, so this has got to come out. There's a little piece of metal that just holds this transmission from flipping back, okay? So, this guy's in there. The only way to do this the right way is to put in there. What I'm going to do is I'm going to end up taking this wheel off because I have to take all this off anyway, but you don't have to take the wheel off to get it in there. So I'm going to pause really quick. I'm going to take the wheel off, and then I'm going to show you. You don't have to see me ratcheting it back and forth. I'm going to take it off, and that way I can take this off, and I'll show it to you, so that way you can push that through. Because I'm going to bring the whole transmission out so you can see it. I have a video that I replaced one of these last year. I should post it if I can find it on my computer. This is before I really thought about YouTube. I just did the stuff for my own shits and giggles. See what I'm talking about? I mean, this gets junked up so damn quick, and it's not deep enough. This is the part that didn't come with the first generation. I had this that actually came later, and I had the freaking bolts for it. I even went to a Toro dealership, a big mega dealership. You know what I mean? It looks like a car dealership, and they didn't even think that part was going to fit in there. I was like, are you freaking kidding me? You don't know that? So, I don't know. I'm so freaking bipolar. Probably next week, my dumb ass is going to go out and buy the new Toro. But I just got to get this off my chest. I mean, this is a problem that everybody has. Everyone that I talk to that has this mower has this problem. These cables snap all the time. Belts come off all the time. That cog belt is $60 and that comes off. Let me tell you. And that's what I'm getting at. The dealer's going to charge you $60. You could probably go on Amazon for about $30. They love to rip you off. Alright. So, you're going to need a 9/16 to take the wheel off. And why is there a millimeter in there. That should be 1/2 inch or 9/16. It's American, right? Guess not. Alright. Wheel comes off. You can see this wheel. I mean, it's pretty impressive. I mean, it's got the little gear back there, what drives it. It's all rubber. It's a hard rubber tire. I really do think they should put air tires on these because when you hit bumps, that's what destroys this mower is the shit yards where you're bouncing and bouncing and bouncing. It just doesn't handle it. All this stuff is crap in here. I'll have to show that to you. Okay. This piece comes off here as a washer. Don't lose it. Okay. See the junk? All this is going to come off. I have to take this off and the cotter pin off to get this junk off. Okay. 9/16 down here. Takes this off. As a matter of fact, you know what? I'm going to take this off. I never do, but I need to. It gets on my freaking nerves. Jeez. Yeah, it's snapping. It's going to snap any minute. And I'm going to tell you why I take this off. It gets in your way. I mean, gets in your way. It's a royal pain in the ass. I hate you. Alright. Let's see if you can see this. This is the part I'm talking about. You can just leave it on by moving it out of the way. That allows this transmission to slip down, okay? What you do is you just gotta bring it towards you a little bit. Boom. That just comes right off. And this is what frustrates the hell out of you. When that pops, this flies down, it ain't going nowhere, George. You know? Alright, so there you go. Look at this, look. See how it's plastic? More plastic parts. You can see it was rubbing. It's just plastic. Oh, come on, man. $1,000. Plastic shit everywhere. Alright. This hooks on right there, so what you do is you just want to hook it. Alright, bring it back over. Okay. This, I don't have enough. Slides right through and pops in, okay? To get it off, you have to squeeze it and then pull it through. It's really hard to do without pulling this transmission, at least this way, okay? So, pop goes the weasel. There you go, George. You're in there. All right. Normally, I bring it to the other hole so I can bring it through this. Oh, I forgot this spring, too. This is another one. There's springs everywhere on this thing. This spring has to come in there and hold this right there in that little hole, and that's a bitch. Okay, so the belt's off. There's the belt, okay? This is the little belt that... This is the belt that breaks all the time, okay? A good idea with this mower, if you're going to have this, is to have one of these on hand as a backup. And of course I have another mower, so I have one in there. It's my donor mower, but I'm going to put that together and I'm going to sell this one. Because that one's more beat up and I've had that one for longer and I know more about that one, and this one is newer and it's junkier. Crying out loud, I don't know. I'll probably end up keeping this one and selling that one. It makes more sense. But... that one's got a problem with the shaft. Something got bent on the metal there. I gotta fix that. So, alright. Okay, put that on. What you want to do, you want to put it through the one in there first, because that's going to be the harder one to get on, okay? It's on. Okay, let this thing slide back. Alright, put it on there. It's got some play. And of course it came off the front again already. This is in my way now. Okay. So now that's got to come completely out. It's been a while since I've done this. Okay. That's that stupid little part. Okay, put that on. Alright, you know what? You don't give me problems. Okay. Now you gotta put that spring on, so I'll leave it loose. Oh, this has got. There's your problem. I forgot about this. And that's the thing. This thing is so shut. This is broke. This, see, this, who the hell? $1,000, man. Come on. This is what holds the tire on. Who wouldn't think this is gonna bend? Oh. Toro $1,000 mower. Get the fuck out of here. Jesus. You can see I even put a screw in there. You gotta be shitting me, man. That is just... That's why I'm taking that piece off. I was afraid this was going to end up happening, but I had to because it's not holding anyway. I was going to try to bend it back, but now there's no bending it back. Come on, everybody knows the physics. What happens to metal when you bend it? Then you bend it back, then you bend it the other way, and then you bend it back, and then you bend it back. It stops bending, it snaps. Alright. So I got that on there. I got that on there. $1,000 Toro lawnmower. Okay, yeah, $1,000. Oh, that's really nice. I really like a $1,000 lawnmower. It's really nice, yeah. Like a piece of shit. Alright. So when I see guys that have this on the truck, I fucking laugh, man. I do. I'm like, yeah, right. But you know what, though? I still like it. So I'm going to use it. I mean, it's obviously not me. I've had 3 of them. They all do the same damn thing. I'm going to poke my fucking eye out now. God damn it. Did I do it last time? Oh. Yeah, I used a screwdriver. I'll use one of these then. There you go. Bigger screwdriver. This is what I did last time. I'll show you. This is just a trick I've learned doing this. I remember now. Big screwdriver, okay? Now, I'm sure somebody out there, because there's always a wise guy. Man, you're doing it wrong, man. You know, I'm doing it wrong. I'll do it like this. What are you, stupid? Right, okay, here we go. Now, Toro's good. It's the best.